What's up, guys? I hope you had a fantastic Thursday. I know we did in the Discord. We got into a lot of amazing plays as the day went on, a few put plays, a few calls early on, but nonetheless, the SPY ended up tanking off to the downside in a huge way as Biden released his budget plans. Guys, the market does not like this. He's obviously calling for more taxes, etc., etc. It does look like that the deficit will be decreasing a little bit as time goes on, but nonetheless, it looks like he's going to be taxing some of the richest Americans and hiking the corporate tax rate to 28% from 21%. And in my opinion, this was the big piece of news that really pushed us down as the day went on. And I mean, this sell-off was terrible. So early on, we actually got that nice continuation to the upside like we were looking for yesterday. I know I talked a lot about NVIDIA and a bunch of other stocks and stuff like that, and we'll get into the price action in just a couple minutes and maybe how some of those plays went. I know NVIDIA obviously did not play out how we talked about, but there was actually still some good opportunity for scalp early on, and I'll go over exactly what we talked about in the Discord. I think you guys will want to join up. I will link the comment, or I will get the link for the Discord in the comments for you guys, but please smash that subscribe button. Let this video play to the end. You guys will love some of these plays that we're going to talk about. And just overall, there's a lot of big news for tomorrow with this jobs report. But it's going to be a crazy next few days in the stock market, obviously, with the jobs report tomorrow. The price action Monday and Tuesday will probably come off of that a little bit as well. Looking at the heat map today, it was extremely, and I mean extremely red. We have not seen a red heat map like this in a long time. The financial sector took the biggest hit, in my opinion. JP Morgan was down 5%, Wells Fargo 6%, Tech was down, NVIDIA fell, which I was hoping would rise today. AMD was down as well, Tesla down into the red. So we had a lot of downwards price action. Like I said, the main thing causing this was Biden's budget plans here. Hiking the corporate tax rate is terrible. Stocks never like that in history. I've seen them fall time and time again whenever Democrats release plans like this. It's happened multiple times over the past, 20 years or so. So it's a pretty crazy thing whenever they start talking about hiking the corporate tax rate and stuff like that. It does look like they're going to be cutting the deficit by $3 trillion over the next decade. So I don't know. That sounds pretty good. But nonetheless, there's going to be a big standoff with Republicans over this. And just talking about hiking corporate tax rates is never a good thing to do. Now, I will say, President Trump, obviously he was more pro-corporation, stuff like that. Obviously, the market did pretty well during that time. So far with Biden, the market has not done too well. I'm not getting political or anything like that, but obviously we had that big move up with COVID, big drop back down. I don't know. We're sitting kind of like break even around this point, and some of these stocks have been pretty brutal since that time, especially the growth stocks. But let's get right into some of the good price action with NVIDIA, because I know this was one of the big stocks that we talked about yesterday, and I was actually hoping for a nice breakout, which we actually did get. And I think this is going to maybe show you guys exactly how good the Discord can be. So please check out the comment that's pinned down below. I'll have the Discord link right in there. It's also in the description down below if you want to check it out as well. But essentially, we were looking for a nice pop up above like 240, 250, maybe even 243 this morning on NVIDIA. And I actually made a nice alert in the Discord, in the day trading section with NVIDIA. I was looking for it to break up above 243.20. And you guys can get access to this for free. Just join the Discord following that link. Go to the day trading channel here on the left side of your screen, and that's right where these alerts are. We actually had Microsoft calls to the upside, which we'll talk about too, that exploded before obviously falling down later in the day. But NVIDIA was the main thing. We were looking for the break above 243.20 as the day went. If we go over here to the NVIDIA chart on Thinkorswim, I actually have them side by side here with the 240 strike calls just to kind of show you guys how this works. So NVIDIA had a nice like double top right here, right around this 243.20, 243.25 area. Like I said, looking for that 243.20 break. Once we finally got that around 8:57 a.m. Central Time today, we ended up getting that nice breakout up to 244.54. So we did see a nice point, like a point and a quarter move there, $1.25. That was very nice. A nice pop to the upside. And if you look at the right side of your screen here, we can actually go ahead and plot the number here. So if you would have gotten into some calls on this break, like I said, it would have been around 857, 850. Let's say you got into to this around 5.60. You know, up to that high, that was a nice 11% scalp, 9% scalp. Then obviously, once Biden's plan started getting released and we just saw more information with that, these stocks started turning over in a major, major way. And if we actually go look here, hold on, I got to minimize this. If we go look at the NVIDIA chart on TradingView, you know, you can see that that turnover was terrible. And we ended up falling all the way down to 234.10. And I'm actually a little bit bearish now on these chip stocks. That was a big fake out today. And if you guys were in the Discord, I even posted, you know, it was a pretty bad fake out there. You could have gotten a quick scalp on it, but bad fake out overall. And then I actually called out Discord, or I called out Microsoft in the Discord as well. 255.60. That was actually a pretty nice pop here. Looking for a nice break up above that. We go to Microsoft's chart. Pretty much right whenever we broke 255.60, right at open, we just saw a humongous explosion to the upside all the way up to 259.50, almost hit 260. So initially, some of these stocks were really running, but as the day went on and that news started hitting, the market just got worse and worse. And, you know, that SPY just started trading really low. I mean, that was a terrible break and a terrible rejection around 400 to 401, 402. That area has been such a bad area of resistance over the past couple months. I mean, if we go back, I mean, we've seen so many bounces off this same exact level. And today was just like the icing on the cake. And the pretty crazy thing is that we're actually now on a pretty big trend line on the daily chart. We're now almost back to that trend line that we were actually bouncing off of all of 2022. So that's pretty crazy there. Hey, if you guys enjoyed that trade analysis there, smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to join the Discord. I think you guys will love it in there. Lots of traders to connect with, and it's awesome to get those day trades in there as well. And, you know, I should mention the free sniper bot was on fire today as well. It actually went 3 for 3. It was great. The JP Morgan puts that we called out were exploding. BABA puts exploded too. Man, if we go look at some of these charts of these stocks like BABA and Microsoft, all of the plays that we saw to the downside today with puts that the bot played were pretty good. I mean, look at BABA today. That is actually an insane drop down. So check out that link. You can get access to these premium plays for only $99 per month for the first month. After that, it goes up to $140 a month. You can cancel it anytime, of course, but I think it's a pretty good deal. You get access to a ton of stuff. And like I said, you can join the Discord for free and get access to one play per day as well if you just want to try it out or something like that. So check it out. It's awesome. These plays on JP Morgan and BABA were amazing today. I don't know what was up with those banks today, but that was a huge sell-off. JP Morgan had some pretty bad news, but even the other banks like Bank of America and others followed along with that as well. And, you know, the big thing is going to be that jobs report tomorrow. And let's actually get into that maybe just a little bit more. So 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, you can see the unemployment rate. They're expecting it to come out right around 3.4%, which was the same level that we were at last time. And whenever I see the unemployment rate, it's a little bit scary because we're actually at we're near like 20-year lows or man, I mean, we are very low on the unemployment rate right now during a time when the feds are trying to get inflation under control. So what worries me is that the feds are probably going to try to hurt jobs on purpose. I'm a little bit worried that these numbers could end up hurting the market tomorrow. You know, it's kind of crazy to say, but it sucks. But, you know, the feds, job numbers play a big role in this. And Powell got grilled the past couple days about people are going to lose their jobs and this and that and this. And I think that might start showing here in some of these jobs reports, and that could send the market down a little bit. So let's just be careful. You know, the markets was on a pretty good uptrend. If we go to the SPY, maybe go out to a 1-hour chart, you know, we were on a pretty good uptrend there for a little while. We're actually still, I mean, besides for that move today, it's still kind of on the trend. We're now kind of back under that recent trend that we talked about, but that was a crazy move back, and I just can't believe all of the crazy price action back to the downside today. You know, we're gonna maybe see a bigger sell-off come in, but that long-term trend line is also kind of intersecting here. It's a tough spot, but I kind of feel like we're gonna be going down a little bit more. The market is just not, it's just not looking the best. I mean, we're just seeing so many stocks falling, and I think that that budget proposal today could change everything. So just be on the lookout. You know, that jobs report's going to be crazy. I know that that budget proposal today is already starting it off, starting the craziness off. So be prepared the next couple days. Like I said, let me know in the comments down below how you guys feel about this. I think it's going to be a very important situation for the next couple months with these job numbers and the SPY holding up. And I don't know, right now that move back under 400 is very worrying to me. I have a feeling that we might be in for a bigger move to the downside, to say the least. But let's go over one more play from yesterday. We actually went over Shopify calls as well. I will say that one broke out a lot better than Nvidia today. We were looking for it to break above like 44.10 or 44.05. Had a very nice explosion to the upside, ran all the way up to $46, then rejected all the way back down as the stock started falling. That was a very nice play from yesterday. And for tomorrow, we have 3 very nice momentum plays that we're going to go over in depth here. And the first one's going to be Netflix. Now, I think this play could be pretty good back to the downside. Netflix has a pretty good double bottom today. I love this double bottom right around 294.85. Play this to the downside only if it breaks. You know, I saw a couple comments. They were like, hey, Nvidia, you know, hey, oh, that was a funny play yesterday, huh? It didn't work out well. Well, hey, I mean, if you played the initial break, it would have worked well. But, you know, obviously, if you held it all day long, it might not have. So, you know, you do have to have some type of skill when you're trading these. You can always join the Discord and ask some questions if you guys want to learn. I think it's an amazing community. I'm always in there talking with everybody and stuff like that. So you could always ask questions if you want. But we'll be watching for a break under 294.80 for tomorrow on Netflix. I think that'll be a big level. And if we go out to that daily chart, it's starting to become a pretty overextended sell-off to the downside. And I think that we're in for maybe another continuation tomorrow off of what we had today. But obviously the jobs report could change everything, so keep that in mind. If we end up ripping up above 300 again, you might even want to look at calls, because if that jobs report sends the market up, it might be a decent play back up above 300. But the main thing I'm going to watch is for that continuation down, because I think if we start to move down, it could make for a pretty big market-wide sell-off, kind of like what we saw today. I mean, that heat map was pretty brutal, to say the least. With the second play, we're actually going to go with BABA, which was a pretty nice play from the sniper bot today. I think this one could be great tomorrow. If we break below that low of day around 82.88, you know, it's right around that $83 support. But if we break below 82.88, I'll be targeting $80 under that. This daily chart's looking terrible, guys. BABA's been falling down ever since that weather balloon came. These China stocks have been pretty brutal, which makes me happy. I actually had some BABA puts, and I kind of got out a little early. You know, I took a pretty quick profit on it. I should have kept holding, because, you know, that I guess all the balloon news and what they're doing with Russia and all this stuff is sending us down. But I think this is pretty brutal. This daily chart's pretty bad, and as we start to go down, I think we'll start to approach maybe the $80, then $78 supports down there at those lows. And that play on the sniper bot was amazing today. I think it ran up over 80%. So something else. The sniper bot was insane. 3 for 3 today. It was looking like Barry Bonds out there. 3 for 3 with 2 home runs, and also had 2 walks as well. We'll give it that. I mean, it's been great. But so BABA, Netflix. Third play is going to be Snapchat, guys. Snapchat. Terrible sell-off today. They actually were running up. You know, they had some decent earnings a while ago. Well, I shouldn't say decent earnings, but decent post-earnings price action. Now they kind of double topped up there right around $12.60. I'm going to be watching for a push back down to around $10 or so. I think Snapchat is a little bit overextended. We go out to that daily chart. It is low overall. Like, honestly, for shares, if you like it for the long term, it might be a decent spot to buy shares. But for tomorrow, for all my scalpers out there, I'll be watching for a break down below $10.59 or right below 10.60. I think that, like I said, we might see a market-wide sell-off. And if we do, these stocks should go crazy. And UVXY is going to be another stock I'm watching. I could not go without mentioning this one. Ran up 15%, guys. 15%. I want everybody to please smash that like button right now if you like this setup. This setup is awesome on the daily chart. If we go to VIX, okay? VIX. This has been holding up time and time again. And I've mentioned it over and over and over. Guys, let people know in the comments. Say, hey, that's an awesome trend line down there. Because I think people are sleeping on this. And I'm serious. This is an insane bounce that we're seeing, and we're starting to see some insane movement to the upside here with VIX. This really worries me. You know, we're starting to see some market sell-off. VIX starting to pop. We might start to see that SPY continue down a little bit with everything going on here. So just be very mindful. UVXY, you could take advantage of that VIX movement here, and UVXY is very low. There's definitely room to the upside. So I love it. Let's go, guys. Hey, smash that subscribe button. I know it was a bit different of a video than usual. I appreciate you guys sticking with me this week. Mike will be back next week, so let's go. I appreciate everybody being here and all the comments, everything like that. Let me know how you feel about the market for tomorrow, how you think the jobs report's going to go, because it is going to be a crazy next couple of trading days with that report coming out. Like I said, keep your eyes on Netflix, Baba, and Snap. I think those plays are awesome. And getting into our unusual options play today, it's actually going to be CCJ. This play is pretty crazy. CCJ actually had a really nice pop today. I will say intraday, they got some really nice price action coming in, and we actually saw a very nice explosion. And with this play, I actually saw somebody put $1 million into the CCJ calls here. These calls are insane. To me, it looks like the big money's longing this play. It's an expiration of April 21st, 2023, which is this year, and it's the 29 strike calls. So, I don't know, it's a little bit out of the money, but overall, I like it with that intraday move. I don't know what happened there with that pop up, but that was insane. So, I'm going to really watch this play very closely, and I think CCJ can end up doing very, very well over the next couple days. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed me going over some of these plays. I think you guys will appreciate some of that price action talk there. So let's go. Have a great rest of your day. And let's end the week profitable. I will talk to you guys later.